Ciao ragazzi, come stai? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is episode 2 of House of Moody Vintage podcast. Or if you're joining me for the first time and listening to my podcast, or watching me on YouTube, the podcast is also up on YouTube. Welcome to my show. I was so hyped to do this, to really get going now. To like properly do like a real episode of the podcast, because, last week was basically just an intro, sort of testing the waters and letting people know what it's all about. And I've been so hyped to start, the episodes from this point and on, because, it's all about the momentum. I'm trying to like get on the momentum, and I was so hyped, and it's something that I look forward to now, because thank God, because and this is what I love about like just jumping on the cast. I got the camera in front of me, and then got the mic in front of me, and it's just fun. And I have been incredibly humbled and floored by your guys' support. People who follow me on Instagram, whether it's my like day one homies, my friends from like the first grade. Alex, what's up? Ride or die, baby, all day, all night. You know what I'm saying? Come on. I was surprised. I was genuinely surprised. And I was telling this to one of my friends, and she was like, why are you surprised? What do you don't be a dumbass. Why would you be surprised? People actually care about you and they support you and all that. And I was like, no, because I was so taken aback by the fact that even though I was straight up up front with you guys, I was honest and just, just straight up saying in the podcast that I am doing this for myself. And even that you guys appreciated my honesty, and you still supported me, and you still, just went out there and just put it out there without even me asking, which is just, I love you guys straight up. I love y'all for real, all the support. And you guys have been engaging as well, on Instagram, because that's, today, was it today or last night? Last night, I put out a question, what you guys wanted me to talk about in the next, or, in the upcoming episodes or whatever. And there was some good stuff, really good stuff. Something that I would, some things that I want to talk about, something that I'm kind of reluctant to talk about, but I will, just cause, it's something, it's good content. It makes for good conversation. And I think that's what it's all about right here, especially on my podcast, right? Because nothing is off limits. Well, of course, except, religion and politics. Don't want to get into that. There's so many other podcasts out there that you can do, to really get engaged in that type of conversation. But we're going to get right into it, okay? Had some really good topics recommended to me by the folks up on Instagram. If you follow me on Instagram, it's Moody Vintage everything, Twitter, Facebook. Of course, this is on YouTube, but YouTube is Moody Vintage TV, and Instagram, of course. And so I think one of the interesting. This is what happened, right? So I have the topics in my head, like this is what I want to talk about, and then I look at certain things, like for example, someone said Kanye and Kim, Kim Ye, whatever, how you want to say their names or whatever, and that's sort of like kind of it's like this beautiful flow. It sort of transitions into the other topics, which I think it was perfect, So I will start off with Mr. Kanye West. All right, let's get the show started with Mr. Kanye West, Mr. Ye. So I actually saw his new documentary by Cootie. Cootie? Is that his name? Cootie? Yeah, Cootie. Of course, Cootie. I hope I'm not messing up that name, because it's Cootie. Anyways, so new documentary. It's on Netflix, of course. And okay, look. Now we know the man is he's got some issues right now. He's got some real legitimate mental strife and challenges, but he's just refusing to get help, and he's probably, surrounded by the wrong people. I think we've seen a lot of that from a lot of celebrities, It's nothing new. We just have social media now, right? Anyways, so obviously I don't condone the type of behavior and the antics that he's been, displaying as of late, and the whole like borderline abuse that he's doing to his ex-wife, Kim Kardashian. But the doc, for me, man, it just brought back so many damn good, like really good memories of Kanye West, because I was there. Remember, this is this is early 2000s when he, started to get recognition, before he blew up, when he was doing features on Jay-Z tracks, College Dropout, which is a hip-hop classic album, like, of all time. Totally changed the game. And that was funny enough, that album came out 10 days before my 19th birthday. So we had known about Kanye when when I was in high school, you know what I mean? And so that was a product of our generation. So we saw the progress, the gradual, like, ups and downs that he went to where he is now. So that's why we're so nostalgic about his, the old version of Kanye, right? I'm putting air quotes right now. You can't see, but if you're not watching on YouTube, I'm putting air quotes because, it's the old Kanye that we always keep talking about. Because I'm going to be real with you. That's the only Kanye music I listen to, the old stuff. The modern stuff, I'm gonna be real with you, it just doesn't really resonate with me like his old stuff. And like I said, we do not condone the type of behaviors going through. It's just, but you cannot deny, ladies and gentlemen, you cannot deny the genius that is Kanye West. You can't. He is a musical maestro, one of a kind. He changed the game when he came in the scene, and his hustle, as you will see in this documentary, and the relationship that he had with his mother was just so beautiful and so heartbreaking at the same time, because it kind of I was kind of reflecting on my own relationship with my mother. I'm not gonna get into details because then I'm gonna start crying. No, but I understand the loss of a mother, you know what I mean? But there's different ways to go on about it, right? Anyways, let's not get into that. What we're really talking about is that you cannot deny the man's genius in music, bro. When people say that's like the definition of what magic on the mic is, he is that magic. And that's just, and the documentary just made me sad, man, because like, damn, man, why can't we just keep that Kanye? I mean, obviously the music will change and evolve, just like any other artist that we've seen when they first came into the scene, when they were younger, to what they are now, a decade later or maybe 2 decades later, completely different person, right? The music is different. Some people stay consistent, it's very rare. But yeah, I just wish, I was watching the documentary and I was just like, damn, man, Kanye used to be like, he was, ridiculous level of genius when it comes to music, And unfortunately, we are dealing with what we're dealing with right now, unfortunately. Anyways, now, that's the only thing I'll speak on the whole Kimye thing, because I'm tired of it, okay? And I don't care if you love or hate Kim Kardashian. I do not care. I have admired this woman since day one, before getting married to Kanye and all that stuff, because let me tell you this right now. You cannot knock the woman's hustle. You can't. Like I said, you can love her, you can hate her, but please, you cannot sit there and say that you do not respect her for the hustle. More power to her. And now she's doing the whole law thing, genuinely helping people out who are incarcerated and need that help. That's even more respect, mad respect, And look, man, if you're a celebrity, you're gonna deal with a lot of crazy shit in your life, I wouldn't know, but we see it, we've seen it every day, right? I think we would have seen like this type of, I don't know, sometimes it's always that what if thing, like what if we had social media back in the 90s? And the 90s was wild, man. Are you kidding me? It was the whole like express yourself sexually and all that stuff. And Tom Ford turning around Gucci. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to go back to the house of Gucci again. But, the 90s was beautiful, man. That's why I'm so, come on now. I was born in the 80s, grew up in the late 80s into the 90s. So the 90s is a huge part of my life. And I'm just thinking to myself, because, this was in the late 90s when Kanye did, started gaining recognition and he was producing and all that stuff. And I'm just thinking, like, what would it have been different, if there was social media? Because, like I've been doing this video thing, like I mentioned before, even before there was a YouTube, before there was a Facebook, before there was a whole social media thing. And yeah, I don't know, maybe the creative process could have been different. But I think people who are legitimately hungry or ambitious creatively will get to wherever they need to get to in their destination, right? I think that's the most important thing. They're just wired like that. Like Kanye constantly doing his thing, like, you know what I mean? Like just chugging away, just like the horsepower, the engine that just kept going to where he is. It's just dope. I would never knock the hustle of either Kanye West or Kim Kardashian. The whole marriage thing, the family thing, and getting involved, like that just gets messy and crazy, and I'm just tired of it, dude. Like on both ends. But I got respect for both individuals. It's just really sad to see people like Kanye. What was it, not too long ago? I think right before the Super Bowl, he was hanging out with Antonio Brown, right? And I'm just sitting there, and I don't know who I was talking to. I forgot who I was talking to, but I was like, man, it's just so sad to see these incredibly gifted human beings who are dealing with mental issues, but they won't get the help. You know what I mean? They won't get the help. And it's sad to see them like sort of deteriorate, one way or another. Anyways, man, that takes care of Mr. Kanye West and Kim Kardashian. I'll be like that. Anyways, that brings me to talking about creativity. Someone said, was it by explaining how it is to be a creative in the city of Dhaka? Wow, I can't even say the name because I'm so disgusted. No, I'm just kidding. In the city of Dhaka, the capital of Bangladesh, my birth city. Yo, man, I'm telling you right now, it is incredibly exhausting to talk about anything that's related to Dhaka. Like, for real. About just Bangladesh period. Because, I don't know. Listen, I haven't gone back since leaving a couple of years ago. Have not stepped foot in that country. I'd rather not. but yeah, anyway, so let's get into it. I'm gonna get into a whole tangent, and I don't want to do that. So yeah, being the life of a creative. Now, I don't know if things have changed because, like I said, it's only been I haven't gone back, so things might have changed. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe so. But like I said, I grew up in a very privileged, community, environment, multicultural environment, growing up in California, in Southern Cali. It was privilege, straight up. No lie. We have brown privilege. Brown privilege is a thing. You know what I'm saying? Do some research, straight up. Something that Akash Singh, comedian, also podcaster, Akash, he's very is also with his new stand-up, right? That's what he talks about, is that we do have brown privilege. And I was like, yeah, he's so fucking right. We do. Because, he and I are basically the same age. He's 30. Yeah. So yeah, same age. So we're from the same generation. We're both from the States, raised in the States, and we've had that brown privilege. So I got to see the things in the developing world. And then I was thrown into, sorry, did I say developing world? In the developed world, the first world country. We're being politically correct now. Sorry. In the developing world, or AKA formerly known as third world, like Bangladesh, I saw that transition from, when the whole social media boom actually happened from the other side of the world. I wasn't in California, I was in Bangladesh. So I saw the progression as well inside of Bangladesh and Dhaka and the creative space. And it was so frustrating because as a creative, right? Me as a creative, it was so upsetting to sort of navigate through this weird toxic ass environment that was Dhaka, right? In Bangladesh. And girl, okay, I can open a can of worms, but we ain't gonna go there. But for a creative, it was so frustrating because I was surrounded by real talent, people. I'm not talented. My friends, my very close dear friends of mine who I met in Bangladesh, who I'm incredibly grateful for. And so that's why I've never lived my life with regrets. So making that move from California to Bangladesh because of my parents, I don't regret it. I've never regretted a single thing in my life. So I'm so incredibly grateful that I was able to meet the very close individuals in my life right now. If it wasn't for that, I don't think I would have the support. But anyways, and these friends of mine are incredibly talented, stupidly talented. And it upset me that they weren't getting recognized for their work. And then they were getting shafted by these. I'm going to start ranting. I don't want to get into a rant. By these brands and companies and things like that. And oh my God, like real talent, bro. Like I promised. Okay. My very, very good friend, Chev, I love you. Ladies and gentlemen, if you do not know V Vinci, okay, this woman is a creative genius, yar. A creative genius. Give her a follow on Instagram and she also just launched her own endeavor. So, you'll probably see it up on the screen here. So follow her, find her on Instagram, V Vinci. And then from there, I think, I think it was We Design. I'm sorry. I'm so unprepared for this. My apologies, Chev. But hold up. I have it. If you're watching me on YouTube, you know what's up. But, cause it'll probably be, it will be on the screen. Chev, I'm sorry, just give me a second, guys. I'm just looking through my phone real quick. We Design. Look that up as well. We Design Studio. Check it out. All right, give her a follow. I promise I would give her a shout out because she's incredibly talented, just like so many other of my friends. Who I'll give you guys plugins. Don't worry. And so when I've seen this, when I saw this firsthand, I saw it on both sides, from the company side and from being as a creative, right? One thing that really pissed me off, that really got on my nerves, is when I would see companies approaching young talents and telling them, hey, why don't you do this for us or that for us? And what do these brilliant artists get in return? Exposure. I'm sorry, you're not going to pay me, but you're going to give me what, exposure? I'm doing this for free so you can give me exposure? What the fuck? No, dude. If you're good at something, you don't do it for free. And it's upsetting because the artistic side, the creative side of Bangladesh is not as respected, man. And that's such a, unless you're doing music or whatever. But even then, we have to get recognized by an international platform or something to be legitimate or some shit. That's so dumb. And I feel that's only limited to the creative crowd in Dhaka, right, in Bangladesh. And it pissed me off that so many brands and companies take these very talented young men and women for granted. Oh, you can do this for us. Yeah, we'll hook you up, but for free, you'll get exposure. Fuck you, dude. I got social media to do that. What? That's why I'm so incredibly I got so much respect for this current generation, the way they've been, doing their grind on social media. So mad respect to them, for real. I can list a bunch of people, but my point is that they're taking control, and good for them. Good for you guys, for real. If you're doing the whole TikTok thing or, Instagram or whatever, what have you, or YouTube, whatever. Like, mad respect, because you should. And don't fucking do shit for free. Fuck that. You know your worth. You're incredibly talented. Do it. Some people are a little, how do I say this, delusional. I mean, you're probably good, but there's probably better people out there. You know what I'm saying? So, no, I'm just like, listen, man, just work hard, follow your dreams, and work on your craft to be better. You know what I'm saying? And, yeah, man, just know your value, because you're creative. And I've always said this, even before the whole social media thing, from people I've met, people I'm friends with, and I'm just like, yo, there are so many talented men and women, talented young men and women in the creative field in Bangladesh. It's sad that they're not getting the exposure that they deserve, or the work that they deserve, and taken for granted by clients. It's upsetting, and I hope that's changed. Like I said, I haven't been there, so I don't know the whole thing. Like, I've literally, ever since I've left Dhaka, it's just out of my mind. Like, I really don't. The only reason I somehow stay connected is obviously I still have family there. I still have my very close friends there. Of course, they're the only reasons that I sort of still have some kind of connect. Otherwise, I could give a shit of what's going on over there, to be honest with you. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna be real with you guys. But again, for the young creatives out there, keep doing what you're doing. And look, man, more than anything, if you're trying to do it for the fame and money and all that, like, I mean, I guess, if you're going to hustle to do that, great. But just, it's all about longevity, and it's all about authenticity. It's not about being original. There's a difference. Because let me tell you right now, there's nothing original under the sun. Nothing. You can have different iterations. You can have different versions or whatever, but the authenticity is what matters most, and the passion. If you have the passion that equals that at the same level, rumble, young man, rumble. You know what I'm saying? Or women. This is perfect, actually. I think International Women's Day is like, what, in 5 days, I think? So to all the women out there, I love you. You guys, you women, you lovely ladies, you powerful women, talented, brilliant, genius, always taken for, not always, I shouldn't say that. Most of the time taken for granted and not valued enough, which is a fucking shame. I don't even know where that was going. I just thought, because it was, International Women's Day coming up soon. So anyway, so a huge shout out to all the beautiful women in my life who are, independent, nurturing and hardworking, obviously resilient, powerful, creative geniuses. I love you all of you. And that's gonna, wow, I went on for a while, huh? Couldn't stop talking. So I'm just gonna try to wrap it up, and just my closing thoughts on this episode. I wanted to get on. So I'm watching the Batman on Saturday. Okay, on IMAX. I can't do it during the weekdays. Okay, a lot of y'all went to go see it on day one and all this stuff. Oh well, whoop-de-doo, great on you. I got a job that requires me to stay my ass home. So, and come home, or if I am out, come home early and go to sleep early. So that's why I got the weekend. But I wanted to shoot this episode because I wanted to, like I said, just keep the momentum going. And of course, I will obviously talk about the Batman and other stuff on future episodes. But I want to keep pace, and I want to keep a good pace, and understandably keep this thing going. And you guys will hear this, of course, as usual, every Sunday. It comes out on Spotify and Apple Podcast. If you guys want me to publish this on like Google Podcasts or some other, platform, let me know. I'm more than willing to share from there. Of course, YouTube comes out the day after. So you'll see this on Monday. Podcast comes on, Sunday? The podcast comes out on Sunday, the audio version. And then you'll see my video the day after, okay? So I'll have everything ready and set to go. Hope you guys will enjoy, hope you guys have enjoyed this episode and continue to plug in and you know, just have fun with me and be here. At first, like I said, with no shame, I said this was for me, and it still is for me. But it's so fucking cool that you guys are supporting me in doing me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you do you, boo boo. And sorry, I say you do you, boo boo. And that's what I'm doing. I'm treating myself. This is therapy. I shit you not. This is therapy for me, and I fucking love it. And it sort of improved my perspective on so many other things that I was sort of bogging me down, you know? And so that's why this podcast means so much to me, and the support that I've gotten from you guys have meant so much to me. And so many other topics that I want to get to, of course, but that's going to be in future episodes of the House of Moody Vintage podcast. Thank you guys again for being here, for listening, for watching, if you're watching this on YouTube. And again, man, the fact that you guys are just sharing this means so much on social media or whatever. And I didn't even ask y'all to do it. It just, man. I love you guys. Thank you so much for the support. Appreciate it. And yeah, I'll see you on the next episode in the House of Moody Vintage podcast. Until then, my friends, take care of yourselves, because I will definitely take care of myself through this podcast and through your support. Thank you. All right. Until next time, I'm going to go. I don't know how to close these things anymore. Okay. I used to do this thing on video on YouTube, and I didn't know how to close things. So I had to script it. It failed. Anyways, that's why I don't know how to close this. I am now dragging this because I don't want this to end. Okay, I'm going to shut up. Y'all have a good one. I'll see you on the next episode. Peace.